I don't care which.
I'm out.
Oh.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
yes.
Action Theater.
That one had no countdown.
Why was there no countdown?
Because I took it off for the last thing that I did. Probably
right.
Because I don't do a countdown for try not to do a countdown for play-by-play action sports. Anyway,
yes.
Everybody, hello, welcome. We're finally here. We're finally here with Action Theater presents Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, a film which I have never seen. This is going to be a first viewing for me. You'll get my genuine, real live action reactions. What do you know of this film, Deleted Scenes?
All right. Well, Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow is a film that's in the vein of Saturday morning serials. So if you enjoy like Commando Cody, Crash Corrigan, Sky King, this is basically along those lines. Sky Captain is this action hero type who, in the case of this film, he swings into action after these giant robots attack New York City. It takes place in the 30s, kind of an alternate history 30s. His on again, off again girlfriend, Polly Perkins, is this kind of a Lois Lane type, always getting into trouble. She, just before this attack happens, she is informed by a scientist that this group of scientists that he worked with in the past, they have been one by one being kidnapped, and he is afraid he is next. And of course, just as soon as he takes off, that's exactly what happens. So that's basically kind of the story. It's about Sky Captain and Polly trying to figure out kind of who this bad guy is, who's running these kind of giant robots, and what is his plan, and go out and stop him. And it's like I said, if you like the Saturday morning serials, if you like Raiders of the Lost Ark and stuff like that, you're gonna like this movie.
Yeah.
I really don't want to give anything away for the people who are watching it for the first time. This movie is a lot of fun. It's completely harmless. There is a lot of CG and green screen, but that's on purpose. So
okay,
you'll see. If you've ever seen movies like Sin City,
yeah,
this is kind of shot the same way.
Oh.
Yeah. So it looks really cool. It's got this retro look to it. It's a lot of fun, and I am a big fan of this movie, so I'm really looking forward to
really
revisiting.
I see that it was came out in 2004, 2005, yeah, and it's got a Rotten Tomato score of 71% certified critics. It's got an audience score of 46%. Ouch.
Yeah.
I guess people didn't like it when it came out. Maybe it's got a cult following by now. Who knows?
Well, I very much disagree with that 46%. So I had a blast with this movie watching it the first time around. So
this one doesn't overstay its welcome. It's roughly an hour and 47 minutes long.
Yeah, This movie flies like a rocket ship, guys. There are no down moments. Every scene in it is either action or is a character beat. There's no fat on this movie at all. And I will let this sort of spoiler go. Before this movie is over, you are going to see a very familiar face that in 2004, I don't think anybody was ever expecting to see again. And I'll leave it at that.
So anyway, there's the screening room. As much as we'd love to show it to you here on YouTube, we are restricted by the guidelines and rules and regulations of YouTube. So we have to provide a secondary screening room, which is right there at the top of the screen, at the top of both of our chats. If you're catching this on the replay, sorry, it won't not be here because we cannot provide that type of technology. We're not Daddy Warbucks. So anyway, just click on over to that screening room and we will start the film. So get on over there and here we go.
And of course, this is a rated PG film, as we said, and it's this is one of those movies that pretty much the whole family can see. It's not like it's not really that graphic or anything. Whatever violence there is, they don't hold on it. There's no gore, no swearing. It's just a fun old school movie. Of course, we have the Paramount logo. Brooklyn Films. I love the score for this. Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Angelina Jolie. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
Hello to JPRPH1 and Andrea Black. Welcome.
So we have the dirigible, the Hindenburg 3.
Hindenburg 3. Wow.
They're flying into New York. And as you see, it is this very idealized 1930s New York. If I remember, yeah, this is the nice place to land. Followed, you must protect them. Goodbye, my friend, Vargas. He turns around and Vargas is gone. Yep.
Is that like a
Doctor,
kill list or
yeah.
something?
Basically, yeah.
Welcome in the screening room, Casey Ozowski.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Just a couple of minutes into Sky Captain and the World Tomorrow. Movie we've been talking about doing for quite some time. Finally had the opportunity to get to it. And of course, we have the introduction here of Polly Perkins, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. Like I said, kind of a Lois Lane type.
I think she works for a paper called The Chronicle.
Mm-hmm. I know who's next to meet me tonight at 6:30. Come along. Ticket to a Radio City Music Hall. And of course, Albus Dumbledore himself, Michael Gambon.
Yeah. Well, when you say that like that he was Dumbledore, and then you realize all the other great characters he's played throughout his career.
Oh yeah. As we cut to Radio City Music Hall. And you may recognize the film that's playing. And thank you to Casey's Creepy Creations for becoming a member over on Bill's channel. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Indeed.
We usually do the show on Thursdays, but we had to push it back this week.
Yeah.
And of course, the film playing is The Wizard of Oz. if there's one place where I have a beef with this movie, it's the fact that they're kind of equating the Germans of World War One to the fellows that would be showing up later in World War Two. Uh, Not really the case, but for the movie, kind of it moves on. Yep, there's the for this little giant robot fellows I was talking about, who we are about to see. And when I saw this scene in the theater, it did bring a tear to my eye to seeing the robots flying over the city.
Oh, a bunch of iron-looking giants.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
little War of the Worlds here.
Those are pretty menacing.
Here's our boy. Go on. No, sorry, no.
She's pretty bold. Close. Sky Captain clotheslined him.
Yeah.
It's this film has a feel of a 1950s B movie.
Yeah, exactly. Toodles.
I mean, you have giant robots walking in your city, and you have no mind to get out of the way and run for cover.
Well, she's a run to the danger kind of girl.
What the heck is going? What are they doing? Emitting electric fields? What?
And yes, that was Godzilla in the
That's what I
Japanese
thought.
newspaper.
It looked like a Godzilla.
And of course, this shot here was the first shot in the original trailer.
I have to say, for a film that goes all the way back to 2004, this looks like it's new. Well, I know, of course, it's new to me, but it doesn't feel like it's aged. I mean, like it doesn't look grainy or nothing.
Hmm. And here's Giovanni Ribisi as Dex. He's kind of cue to Sky Captain's James Bond.
He's got a laser gun.
Yeah.
Like the kid, like the type of ones that uh, our parents played with.
Of course, they're bringing in the robot that he brought down.
We're at 2030. It's a blueprint to the robot. Wow, they all do look like giant robots. Oh, they are giant robots.
Yeah.
Big Iron Giant.
Mm. It was a dark and stormy night. And yes, the number on the door is 1138. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. A lot of them.
Yeah, but what are the Easter eggs for? Okay, screaming can't be good. Oh,
Yep.
an elephant.
Yep. Yep.
What?
And miniaturized an elephant. Yeah. Yeah. Jennings ain't looking too good.
Where's Pentec? The first original Ant Man? Oh, not that movie. She'll hurt you.
Hello, Connie Clary, Fluff Chick Productions.
Hell, Connie.
Here come the flying wings.
Whoa, they actually have wings. Did they have to drink Red Bull to get those wings? I wonder. Oh,
Under attack.
Hey, I don't tell you how to do your job. You don't tell me how to do mine, Missy. Never tell me the
Oh,
odds.
low bridge.
We're at 3207. Don't trust her. She's a blonde. Told you don't trust her. I think he stole Han Solo's moves. Women, they're such backseat drivers. Sometimes they just need to shut up. That's just how I feel.
Now, I bet you're all wondering how he did that.
Okay, how is he underwater and like? Did he say an idea from one of his comic books?
Yep. The plane is also a sub, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Now shut up. Wow, that's a cool aircraft. It kind of looks like a P-41 Mustang. They took decks.
Oh, it's going to get cooler, Casey. This just the beginning.
Double bubble gum. I remember that. Nepal. Are we going to Mount Everest? Okay, so the guy's brilliant. He's a genius.
Pretty much, yeah. Hmm. And after all these years, she hasn't aged a day. Amir Jalil, you might remember him from The Mummy, among other movies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let the light shine on the road to Shambhala. Sorry, sorry. Three Dog Night? That's right, dude.
Uh-oh, radiation. We're at 48-47. Yeah, kind of not a good idea to stick around some radiation, get yourself some cancer. Oh, that's a lot of dynamite. Uh-oh. Yeah, run. It's a trap. It's a trap. I feel line.
Top of the world, ma. Oh, too late. Boom.
Oh boy. We had a little coitus.
No,
No.
no.
What?
Hello, Joe.
Did they have some little threesome? Oh, what's
No,
going on here?
the the Shangri-La people found them.
The monks. Okay.
Yeah. Hello to Action Popcast. We're about halfway through Sky Captain and the World Tomorrow. Please join us in the Cosme chat. Cosme link is at the top of the chat.
Oh, that struck a nerve. Ah, that looks a lot like Rivendell.
Mhm.
Oh, almost out of film. Oh, boo! You got 2 shots. Use them wisely. We're at 56-56.
Whoops.
No, we're out of fuel.
Yep.
Definitely, we're just a little out of fuel.
Helicarrier before the MCU, folks.
Yeah, yep. Hello.
Mm. Hello, Frankie.
Ah, Frankie is Angelie.
Yep.
What's that? That's just a Tootsie Blonde that came along for a ride. To meet the competition. Who doesn't? I'm a sky captain. Oh boy, here we
Yep.
go. Wow, that's some really innovative weaponology there. Okay. Oh, the
Yep.
amphibious squadron.
The amphibious
That
squadron.
sounds interesting. Oh, they've got their own stealth. Oh no. Mm. Hello, Lady Miss. Welcome. Good to see you. Hello, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights and Big Ella presents. We are 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 55 seconds into the film. Oh no.
Ew, poopy.
Wow.
2, 1.
Oh, she ejected. Oh, hey, she flies now. She flies now in her own jetpack.
And that, my friends, is how you do that.
That was cool. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this film already.
Lady Mist, Emoji Queen, good to see you. Good to see you, Al. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Al will be hosting Films with Friends tonight at, I believe, 10 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
Wow. Hey, it's that bird from Up. What?
Yep.
What do they call him in Up? I can't remember.
I can't remember. Was the bird Russell or was the boy Russell?
Wow. Uh-oh. Is there going to be some giant orangutan, giant gorilla chasing after him? Oh, there goes your pistol. It's a little bit funny. She really is a ditchy blonde.
Well, if you saw that,
Are we going to see a giant Yeti? It's a Noah's Ark. I just said that. Well, now you done it. You alerted your presence. And here comes the evil Sith. She's a Sith Lord.
yeah, basically.
Hey,
Flamage!
This film certainly does have the feel of a radio serial brought onto the screen. Wait a minute. Is that guy Max Headroom? Kind of looks like Max Headroom, older.
He looks like him, but it isn't. Wait. Oh, darn.
Oh, well, that was horrible. Oh, it's the wizard. Wizard, I know you're a short guy hiding behind some screen. You want to volunteer?
No, but think about it. Is it safe?
I meant there something. Well, this may work too, you know. He's got a brain. The statue's got a brain in its hand. Oi. Wow, he's been an old dead guy for a long time. Forgive you? Forgive you? You've got all these machines trying to ruin the world. Ah, you think there would be some type of really bad stench in the air? A rotted corpse for 20 years? How is there even skin attached to that bones? He clocked her. Oh my god. That's better than the woman cold clocking him, right? I'm talking about you, doll of destiny, you crap piece of crap. We're at 128.09. Oh, that's a big lizard. What are you, some escapee from the Matrix? It's a cow.
Got cows.
We got cows. Oh, they're running from a giant sword. Which one do I cut? There's so many. You really want to mess with a chick, you know, and say, "You took the picture with the lens cap on." That was a good action film. I hope you all liked it. I know I did. For a first watch, that was a lot better than I expected it to be. All righty. Would you like to consult the scrolls?
All right. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow was released September 17th, 2004. Estimated budget at 70 million, going on to gross over 57.9 worldwide. All right. Was nominated for 5 Saturn Awards: Best Motion Picture Film, I'm sorry, best science fiction motion picture, musical score, supporting actor for Giovanni Ribisi, and supporting actress for Angelina Jolie, and it won for costume design. Best visual effects, the Golden Derby Awards. And of course, here's Over the Rainbow for the final credits.
Overall, it's a pretty entertaining movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's better than most popcorn films that they're putting out today. Um, I would highly recommend this one if you haven't seen this one, and if you missed today's viewing, definitely seek this out on your own and go have a look and judge for yourself. Is there any more scrolls?
Oh yeah, there is. And yes, as you see, as Dr. Totenkopf was won the Lord Laurence Olivier. Yeah. And basically this was like the first example of like deep faking someone into a film. Worked just as well, because I mean, even if Totenkopf had shown up alive at the end, he would have made a pretty decent Totenkopf, I think. You know. All right. It was nominated for Best Dramatic Presentation at the Hugo Awards. Visual effects at the International Online Cinema Awards, and also at the Las Vegas Film Critics Society. Nominated for Best Kiss at the MTV Awards. Nominated for visual effects and best first feature at the Online Film and Television Association. The best breakthrough filmmaker for the Online Film Critics Society Awards. Best blockbuster movie at the Russian National Movie Awards. 3 Satellite Award nominations, including costume design for Stella McCartney, best art direction, production design, and visual effects. Visual Effects Society Awards. Outstanding performance by an actor or actress in a visual effects film for Jude Law. Second place at the Golden Schmoes Award for visual effects. Nominated for Best Science Fiction Film and Most Underrated Movie of the Year. International Film Music Critics Award for Score of the Year nominee. And won for Best Original Score for a Fantasy Science Fiction Film. Visual effects at the won Best Visual Effects at the Phoenix Film Society Awards. Winner for Art Direction and Visual Effects at the St. Louis Critics Association. And here's the one that I think's unfair. Angelina Jolie nominated for Worst Supporting Actress at the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards. Go screw yourselves.
Yeah.
Frankie was cool. Come on.
Yeah, she was. She didn't overstay her welcome. She wasn't trying to be a star. She was a great, good, strong supporting character, and whoever did that, they don't get this movie. I mean, it's basically a radio drama serial brought to the main screen, and that's exactly what we got. Very cool, very awesome. I am more than pleased with this film. This is going under my new favorite films. Yeah.
All right. Production status. Pre-production went from December 9th, 2002 to March 12th, 2003. Filming began in London, March 27th, 2003. Post-production, May 22nd, 2003. Completed June 25th, 2004. And released on August 23rd, 2004. Filming locations included Stage 7, Elstree Studios, Bornham, Hertfordshire, England. Stage 2, the George Lucas stage at Elstree Studios. Most of the film was shot there. The Chandler Valley Center Studios, 13927 Sedecoy Street, Panorama City, California, for the World of Tomorrow stage photography. All right. Let's see. Over the Rainbow was, this version was sung by Jane Monheit. Written, of course, by Harburg and Arlen for Wizard of Oz. And other songs were Fairyland and Crystal Pierce by Herbert Stohart. On to the trivia. The entire movie was shot against a blue screen with everything except the main characters computer generated. This was one of several movies to take that approach, although which was first is debatable, including Immortal, Casern, and Sin City, the last of which was shot on high-definition digital cameras like this movie. Because of this movie being completely shot against blue screen rather than via orthodox locations and sets, filming was completed in just 29 days. Normally, with sets and locations, filming could have taken the better part of a year to finish. To increase flexibility with this movie's editing process, writer-director Kerry Conran shot each of the dozens of extras who weren't physically interacting with the main characters individually on the blue screen so that he can manipulate them in the final shot to his own liking without having to reshoot the entire scene. After seeing the first 6 minutes of the original short, which this movie is based, Gwyneth Paltrow agreed to sign on at an indie wage without seeing the script. Angelina Jolie's part took only 3 days to shoot. This movie used a unique combination of Adobe After Effects plugins applied to achieve its unique look. No new technology was created to achieve the stylized look of the movie. When Polly is on the phone to her editor reporting the advance of the giant robots, her line is, "They're crossing 6th Avenue, 5th Avenue, they're 100 yards away." This is a direct lift from Ray Collins' lines in Orson Welles' The War of the Worlds broadcast from 1938. As Collins plays a reporter on the roof of the broadcast building reporting the advance of the Martian tripods. Ray Collins, by the way, was also in Citizen Kane, and he played the cop on the Perry Mason TV series. It was originally announced that Casey Affleck was going to play Dex. Giovanni Ribisi was added to the cast as Dex after filming had begun. An emergency distress call is transmitted to Sky Captain by means of visible radio waves coming from a radio tower that is unrealistically large and out of proportion in relation to the size of the Earth. This is a reference to RKO Radio Pictures Incorporated, whose logo features an abnormally large radio tower sitting in the top of the Earth, emitting visible radio waves. The Wilhelm scream. During the attack of the giant robots in New York City, you hear the scream in the shot following the shot where the robot squashes a car under his foot. In short, yes, someone was in that car. Sorry, folks. Dr. Totenkopf is the name of the mysterious scientist. The German word for Totenkopf is death's head or skull. So literally Dr. Death. When Polly and Sky Captain investigate Jennings' ransacked lab, they discover a live miniature elephant in a glass cage. This echoes a similar scene in Michael Crichton's novel Jurassic Park, which described John Hammond's proud accomplishment of a dwarf elephant created by his scientists. This scene was not included in any of the Jurassic Park movies. It may also be an homage to Dr. Cyclops, which featured a mad scientist creating miniature animals. The names of people who worked on this movie appeared several times on the first issue of the Chronicle that reports the docking of the Hindenburg 3 at the Empire State Building. Multiple headlines contain references to Kerry Conran and brother Kevin Conran. Headline, Conran Ministry Force Deal. Darren Hollings, Dr. Hollings Speaks. Omar McClinton seeks license to halt sanctions. Brian Leach and Zach Petrock. Leach and Petrock break over budget. And Stephen Laws for laws held ready to aid U.S. peace action. In the issue of the Chronicle with the headline Giant Machine Steel Refineries, the article is shown to be written by Marcia Oglesby, one of the executive producers. Although dim lighting makes it practically invisible in this movie, there is a list next to the giant wall map in the Flying Legion base, which contains the last names of several crew members. The first Chronicle newspaper shown in this movie contains several actual articles from the New York Times, found in the October 7 issues from various years in the late 1930s. While set in a real New York City, the history is obviously changed. Wizard of Oz and Wuthering Heights references put the year at 1939. Despite being 1939, there's no sign of Germany preparing for war. There's also no sign that America is in the grips of economic depression. All in all, not only is the technology fantasized, but the entire history is idealized as well, as I brought up at the beginning of the film. Early drafts of the script called for Polly Perkins to be covering the premiere of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at Radio City Music Hall. The plot was later changed so that she meets with the scientist at the theater with Snow White playing in the background. However, a copyright agreement could not be settled with Disney, so the movie was changed to The Wizard of Oz. And of course, if it was Snow White, then the movie would have been 1937 instead of 39, which would have cleared up what we just referenced. There actually were a few sets built. The only full set constructed was Polly's office, used during the scene where she's confronted by editor Paley before leaving to meet Dr. Jennings. Dr. Jennings' lab contained many real tables and props with blue screen backgrounds, and his office was almost entirely real, with the exception of the exterior seen through the window, which the mystery woman uses to escape. The first scene filmed was the scene in which Sky Captain enters his office to find Polly waiting for him there. In preparation for her role as Frankie, Angelina Jolie met and interviewed dozens of British World War II veterans and pilots in order to adapt the proper mannerisms of her character. She also tweaked the script by adding bits of slang that were used during the era. Polly's article reporting the disappearance of Dr. Vargas reads, and I quote, New York. German scientist and mechanical engineer Professor Jorge Vargas mysteriously vanished after arriving in New York aboard the Hindenburg 3. Professor Vargas was scheduled to lecture at the American Assembly with two other scientists. This marks the third disappearance in as many months of important figures in the science community. Demands have been made for a resolution to this problem. Professor Vargas was to deliver a paper on efforts in Norway and South Africa. The Wilhelm scream. Once again, construction worker on scaffolding destroyed by bat-like flying robots pursuing Joe and Polly through New York City. Collateral damage. Cameo. Matthew Fitchsands, the production supervisor, played the officer who informed Sky Captain of the approaching robots when he and Polly arrive at the Flying Legion base. Dr. Kessler is played by Jude Law's real-life father, Peter Law. In the shot where Polly gets out of a taxi at Radio City Music Hall, this movie's teaser poster can be seen on one of the building's walls. At one point in this movie, Sky Captain recites, "And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by." This is a line from John Masefield's poem Sea Fever. Much of the production design was inspired by artists from the 1930s, such as Hugh Ferris, Raymond Loewy, and Norman Bel Geddes. Renderings of New York City by Ferris were models for the Art Deco New York City seen in this movie, and the Flying Fortress was designed after drawings of ocean liners imagined by Bel Geddes. Note these ship-like qualities of Flying Fortress in this movie. Many other objects and settings used to streamline the designs of Loewy's works. In this movie, when they show that all of the headlines from newspapers around the globe, you can see Godzilla's outline in the Tokyo newspaper. One of the newspaper shots, you can see an iron eagle, which defines the Nazi regime to be in power in Germany, although there is no sign of a preparation for war. And also take note, guys, Totenkopf was also shooting at the Germans, so he didn't discriminate. So it kind of basically became a situation of, we've got to come together this time around because there's a third party kind of deal. The interior of Radio City Music Hall is actually not computer generated. Rather, the background was composed of digital photographs taken by Darren Hollings and Eric Atkins, merged together to create a panorama backdrop. The same was done for the lobby of the Chronicle building, which was actually a combination of multiple different building interiors edited together. When they come across an abandoned mine on top of the mountain, there's a sphere-shaped figure and a tall prism next to it. These are the Trilon and Perisphere, which were famous icons in the 1939 New York World's Fair. The logo for the Flying Legion is a winged lion with a banner reading Caelum Fremitus, which is Latin for yon roaring of the skies. The Latin from Caelum is an unusual poetic contraction of colorium. And I probably just screwed up all that Latin, but I tried. This movie originally started out as a 6-minute reel put together by writer-director Kerry Conran of CGI robots trampling through New York City, aka the world of tomorrow. The producer John Avnet came across the reel and was deeply impressed. He approached Conran with the idea of turning it into a full-length production. Writer-director Conran never went to New York City while making this movie and had never been there. He digitally recreated the entire city by referring to old photographs, some of which were even inserted into the digital environments as backdrops. Originally, the plan was to have every New York City backdrop be a colorized photograph, and that idea remained in effect until mid-production, when it was decided that 3D renderings of the city would allow the camera more of an opportunity to move around. The World of Tomorrow portion of the title is a reference to the 1939-40 New York World's Fair, which was named The World of Tomorrow. The first screening of the finished movie was shown to a select audience on July 22, 2004 at the San Diego Comic-Con. On July 24th, Jude Law, Byling, Giovanni Ribisi, Kerry Conran, John Avnet, and Marshall Oglesby appeared in a panel to promote the movie.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was originally slated to be released on June 25th, 2004. However, it was moved to September 17th so as not to compete with Spider-Man 2 and to give more time for the production staff to fine-tune the finished project.
Oh, okay.
Early in this movie, Polly runs around a corner. The wall of the building has graffiti which says Victor Fleming. who, of course, was the director of Wizard of Oz. Sky Captain flies a late model P-40, the six-gun version of the P-40N. His has a few Hollywoodifications, their word. The rear decking behind the pilot's seat and the fuselage fuel tank under it were removed in order to add a second seat for Polly. This was actually done to some real P-40s for flight instruction. The pop-open bays for the cable launcher and the magnet bombs are right in the middle of the centerline fuel tank, which fills the interior of the wing between the main reel wells. The small underwater engines under the horizontal stabilizers would retract right into the tail wheel gear well and into each other. When going into underwater mode, the ostensibly solid metal propeller blades collapse down into the prop sprinter and into a different section of space-time. Their words, not mine. The real plane's prop spinner is a shell that goes around the collars and gearing of the prop hub assembly. Roughly 5,000 horsepower appears to have been added to 1,200 horsepower Allison engine. The hit list shown near the beginning of this movie shows the name of the Unit 11 scientists to be Dr. Otto von Funderburg, Dr. Matthias Hargit, Dr. Arler Kessler, Dr. Herbert Braun, Dr. S.L. Hofkhauser, Dr. Jorge Vargas, and Dr. Walter Jennings. According to producer John Avnet, the dinosaur-like creatures on Dr. Totenkopf's Island were designed by Stan Winston.
Yeah. Very cool.
During the first robot scene, a movie theater is seen called the Densmore Theater. This is named after Densmore Street in Van Nuys, California, where most of the movie's post-production was located. According to the novelization by Kevin J. Anderson, Dex's last name is Dearborn, and editor Paley's first name is Morris. While the project was still in early development, writer-director Kerry Conran originally wanted to produce it as if it were a lost serial from the 1930s, with the movie featuring unknown actors shot in black and white and divided into chapters, each ending with a cliffhanger. All of these ideas were subsequently abandoned in an attempt to gain bigger box office appeal. I'd have been totally down with all that, though. Yeah. Sky Captain's revolver is an Enfield No. 2 MK1 chambered for a 380-200, aka 38 caliber Smith & Wesson. The automatic he periodically uses, the one which magically transforms back to the revolver when he loses it on a log bridge, it is a nickel-plated M1911-45, most likely a Colt. The average length of a shot is 1.6 seconds. Gwyneth Paltrow was pregnant during the filming of this movie. Sky Captain's name is Harry Joseph Sullivan. Dr. Jennings' lab is suite number 1138, an homage to George Lucas, who directed THX 1138 and also included the number in each of the Star Wars films. The theatrical trailer used music by David Arnold from Stargate. Dr. Totenkopf's name derived from the German for death's head. His machinations were based on Hitler's infamous SS Totenkopf Verband, all one word, who ran Nazi Germany's extermination and concentration camps. The SS unit, known for creating new ways of making the camps more efficient and deadly. They also assisted the camp's doctors who experimented on prisoners in much the same way the diseased men in Shangri-La's afflicted. As Sky Captain and Polly Perkins fly submerged with the amphibious squadron, They overfly a sunken steamer named Venture. It's the ship used to bring King Kong to New York City. It even includes on its deck a cage large enough to confine Kong, implying perhaps that this is the original Skull Island.
No. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
A moment after the encounter with the hologram of Dr. Totenkopf, as played by Sir Laurence Olivier, Sky Captain, wondering if the door is still booby-trapped, asks Dex, "Is it safe?" The same line asked repeatedly by Olivier's Dr. Zell in Marathon Man. Is it safe? During the giant robot scene, you can see King Kong climbing the Empire State Building in the background.
I missed
It's
that
there.
one.
I missed it too, but in retrospect, I've heard that. It's there. Yeah.
Well, I have to go back and
Go
check
back and
that
look.
out.
Yeah. The giant robots that attack New York City are an homage to the Superman cartoon, Superman the Mechanical Monsters. In both instances, the robots are remote controlled by radio signals. As the machines are blasting away at the street to get to the generators, the sound effect used is the same as the Martians' guns from the War of the Worlds.
I thought I recognized that
Yeah.
sound.
Director cameo. Kerry Conran as the German-speaking porter in the opening blimp interior scene who takes the note from Dr. Vargas. Dr. Totenkopf used a Death's Head logo on all of his robots, and of course, Totenkopf means Death's Head, as we've said. The platform on which Joe and Polly land is platform 327. Platform 327 is also the number of the platform on which the Millennium Falcon lands in Cloud City in Empire Strikes Back. Russian paper article was taken from a Russian paper Izvesta. Okay. Apparently there's a Russian newspaper and you can still find it. Okay. Jude Law and Sir Michael Gambon both played Albus Dumbledore. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, they've both played Dumbledore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you said that one already. The scene where the protagonist used an enormous log to cross the chasm on the island is another reference to the original King Kong. Yep. Polly Perkins' jacket, buckle, and charm bracelet have her initials. Polly Perkins' initials, of course, PP. Also that of Pepper Potts, another superhero sidekick Gwyneth Paltrow ended up playing in Iron Man, of course. Both Gwyneth Paltrow and Jude Law played opposite Robert Downey Jr. Paltrow in the Iron Man Avengers movies, Law in the Sherlock Holmes movies. At the beginning of the film, the Hindenburg 3 docks at the top of the Empire State Building, originally mooring Zeppelins, was one of the intended purposes of the spire on the building. The use of the name Kaji for a friendly, helpful character is a clear nod to Chandu the magician, though gender switched. Frankie Cook's eye patch, airbase, and entire setup are reminiscent of Marvel comic heroes Nick Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. Frankie interacts with Gwyneth Paltrow's Polly Perkins in the Iron Man Avengers movies. Nick Fury often interacts with Paltrow's Pepper Potts. Yeah. It's all connected, folks. All right. Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law, and Angelina Jolie all went on to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Paltrow's Pepper Potts in Iron Man, Law is Yanrog in Captain Marvel, and Jolie is Stina in the Eternals.
Yeah, but that's a movie that's didn't get seen by a lot of people.
I didn't see the Eternals, no.
Neither did I.
Yeah. At one point, Dex says Shazam, the catchphrase of 1940s Fawcett Comics hero Captain Marvel, who was later appropriated by the DC Universe. Jude Law appears in Captain Marvel about a competing character contrived by Marvel Comics of the same name. But very much not the same character.
let's not go into all the legalities just now. Both Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelina Jolie have been romantically involved with Brad Pitt. Yeah, he got around. He gets around, that guy. Uh, hmm. The aircraft of the Sky Captain is X to make the thing. I have to speak. My tongue is numb. My tongue is numb. All right. The aircraft of the Sky of the Sky Captain. It's a weird way to say it. I'll just say it this way: Sky Captain's aircraft is a modified Curtiss P-40 Warhawk. The fighter aircraft introduced in 1938, Warthog. I almost said Warthog. Warhawk was the third most produced American fighter of World War II, with 13,738 units built till the end of its production in November of 1944. Over 200 Allied fighter pilots from 7 different countries became aces while flying the Warhawk. And of course, I brought this up earlier. The film is an homage to the Superman short films by Fleischer Studios, particularly The Mechanical Monsters, 1941. The Daredevil reporter Paul Perkins in the film, similar to the direction of Lois Lane in Superman shorts. The film designs inspiration from the works of individual designer Noah Getty, 1883 to 1958. Bell had designed various exhibits for the 1933 Chicago World's Fair and the 1939 New York World's Fair. The opening scenes of the film were reportedly inspired by German Expressionism, with the director reportedly trying to recreate the aesthetic of the Dr. Mabuse film series by Fritz Lang. The film's villain has been described as an evil madman controlling an island of high technology. Some written sources have noted that the concept of the villain is nearly identical to the villain of the anime film Laputa Castle in the Sky from 1986 by Hayao Miyazaki. The newspaper headline at the beginning of the film gives the date as October 7th, 1939. A few scenes later, the attack on New York City is inexplicably given the date March 17th, 1939. In the film, the Sky Captain drinks milk of magnesia to deal with his stomach problems. This is a patented name for a magnesium hydroxide formula used as a laxative. In the film, Shangri-La and Eden are identified as alternate names for the kingdom of Shambhala. Shambhala is the name of a spiritual kingdom in Buddhist text, ruled by the future Buddha Maitreya. According to certain prophecies, Maitreya and the army of Shambhala were destined to vanquish dark forces and usher in a worldwide golden age. The film mentions the Sky Captain and Francesca Cook have both served in the Second Sino-Japanese War, 1937 to 45, while Polly Perkins was a war correspondent in the same war. The film is set in 1939. The war is still ongoing. In the film, Dr. Totenkopf was convinced that humanity had self-destructive tendencies, so he decided to kill them all and to build a new civilization. Totenkopf died in 1918, so his evidence for humanity's self-destructive tendencies was World War I thinking. All the main heroes of the film are either American or British, while the genocidal villain is German. The film reflects the hostile relationships between Germany and the 2 English-speaking countries, the United Kingdom and the United States, during both of the World Wars. One of the film's distinct advanced vehicles is a flying aircraft carrier commanded by Frankie Cook. It resembles the helicarriers, flying aircraft carriers, used by Nick Fury and spy agency S.H.I.E.L.D. in the comics by Marvel Comics. The original helicarrier debuted in 1965 and was designed by Jack Kirby. In the film, Dr. Totenkopf's plan to exterminate humanity was inspired by the book of Genesis. He specifically took inspiration by the story of a genocidal god creating a worldwide flood to exterminate humanity. The strongly religious Totenkopf apparently believed himself to be God, and he wanted another try. After the apparent demise of Dr. Jennings, Polly Perkins proclaims him dead, but she never checked his body for life signs, and it's unclear if he was unconscious or dead at that point. In the film, Dr. Jennings claims to be a chemist, but his laboratory indicates that he was conducting genetic experiments on human fetuses. He had created a miniature version of an animal and seems to have been a geneticist rather than a chemist. Was featured on episode 189 of the comedy podcast, How Did This Get Made? With special guests Tawny Newsome and Joe Mandy. At 4 minutes and 40 seconds in, the book Polly receives is entitled Isaac Newton's Mathematical Principles of Modern Philosophy, whereas the actual title is Isaac Newton's Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy. The latter name is how the book is attributed in the credits. Michael Gambon's character, Mr. Paley, editor of the Chronicle, is most likely an homage to William S. Paley, the early 20th century media mogul who founded the Columbia Broadcasting System, aka CBS. Oh, not here, but interesting note. After William Paley passed, the man who took over CBS was Sylvester Weaver, who's Sigourney Weaver's dad. A little tidbit. It's not here, but that's one I know. The devices near the end of this movie that zap the unsuspecting scientists are actual devices called Tesla coils. Although not used for that purpose, they do arc electricity over the air in a similar fashion. Writer-director Kevin Conran, this is Kevin Conran, who was actually producer, but not the director. Anyway, originally intended to have Bai Ling's mystery woman wear an eye patch, but after Angelina Jolie signed on, it was decided that an eye patch would look much better on Frankie. In addition to the hologram towards the end of this movie, the old photographs of Dr. Totenkopf were actually of Sir Laurence Olivier. They were modified to add the Unit 11 logo, as well as replace Vivian Lee with Bai Ling. After the image of Dr. Totenkopf is deactivated, it is discovered that the real Totenkopf has been dead for quite some time. Joe comments, "We've been chasing a ghost." The irony is that Olivier had been dead for over 15 years before this movie was made. Writer-director Kerry Conran achieved this by using a CGI manipulated archive footage of Olivier. When Sky Captain and Polly first arrive at the uncharted island, Sky Captain floats the plane, exits, stands on the wing, assessing their situation. You can clearly see the number on the side of the plane as H11OD. When viewed upside down, spells the name Polly backwards. The reflection was flipped for obvious reasons. Since in that area the call marking on a plane became a personalization of the pilot, this alludes to who was really meaningful to Joseph, which of course was Polly. Also, Bai Ling has no lines. Nope. Doesn't say a word through the whole picture. All right.
Well, the scrolls.
That's it.
That's it for the scrolls? All righty. Well, I can announce next week at our regular time, we will be playing The Mummy, an appropriate October action adventure flick. Yes. The Mummy with Brendan Fraser from 1999. Here on the Outlaw Bill Sports Network with Action Theater. That will be on Thursday at 1:30, 4:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern. So come back for The Mummy, 1999. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
John Hannah. Let's see. I'm trying to remember who else was in that movie. Bernard Hill. Amit Jalil, who we saw here as Kaji.
Yep.
Eric Avari, who was also in Stargate, which we referenced,
Yep.
and there's some other. The guy who played the Egyptologist, who was also in Anaconda. Oh, I'm blanking on his name, but he's in The Mummy as well.
Yeah.
So there are definitely some familiar faces in there. Corey Johnson, who was also in the Bourne films, was in the first Ron Perlman Hellboy. He's in there too. A number of familiar faces in that one. So yeah. Of course, Oded Fair. How could we forget him?
Yeah,
Who
definitely.
damn near steals the whole movie as Arth Bay.
Imhotep.
Nemotep. Arnold Vosloo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Patricia Velasquez as Enoxnaman. The guy who played the Pharaoh at the beginning, he's been in a bunch of stuff too. So yeah, it's one of those movies that's everybody's somebody. So
Yeah.
looking forward. That's a fun one. So that's another big favorite of mine. If you like that, if you like this one, you're going to like that one as well. So and with the exception of myself and Casey. And thank you once again to Casey for becoming a member of our Bill's channel.
Yes.
Casey's Creepy Creations. So everybody, please go check out Casey's channel. And thank you for joining us for the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know he said in the background on Cosme he had seen the movie. So it appeared to be pretty much just him and me. I saw this movie on the big screen, folks, and it was very underrated, and it really wasn't given. It really wasn't given the chance it deserved, and I'm a big favorite. I'm a big fan of this movie, and. I hope everybody else enjoyed it too. So I'm glad that we had a chance to bring this to you. I honestly wish we could have shown it to you live on camera. I'd like to do that a lot more, but unfortunately, guys, before anybody goes complaining in the comments, it's a YouTube thing. We want to all content creators want to show these films to you. That's the point. But
YouTube has this is one of the ones you can rent and watch here on YouTube.
You can find it on YouTube. Fandango at home, it's available.
So sometimes you don't always have to rent them, but on YouTube, but they're there, and that's why basically why another reason they won't allow us to show it, because they get the ad revenue and all that So anyway, it is the platform. Anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming today. Lady Miss JPRPH1, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, our friend Big Al Presents. Go watch it. Carrie, is it Carrie tonight? Yeah. Carrie tonight. In a while. Connie Clary, Fluff Chick Production. Thank you all for being here. As I always say, always be excellent to each other. Party on, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you, folks. Deleted.
And as I always say at the end of every show, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.